Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
Office Bloke Aidan.
Here we are, all three of us today. If Patreon's your thing, check out the link in the description below. Absolutely loads of stuff on there. Starts at just $3 a month. Help support the channel. You get full watch-alongs to things like Modern Family, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Seinfeld, and we just like doing Band of Brothers as well. So there's absolutely loads of stuff on there. Pretty much something
Sports
every day.
channel.
So, we've got sports as well. Yeah, that's right. We've got a tier on there that just does. What was the last one we did? Court of Gold.
Court of Gold's on there. Swamp Kings, Johnny Football.
That was great, Johnny Football. Enjoyed that. This is how all passengers survived the miracle on the Hudson. Now I know you've done this a video similar to this once before with Sophie, and you know about this story, don't you, Aid?
There's a movie about it, isn't there?
Sully,
yeah.
Tom Hanks. Yeah, it's a cracking story.
Yeah.
How it all came about, sort of thing. But it's and what he did was a proper hero, wasn't he?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is how all passengers survived the miracle on the Hudson. Let's watch it.
January 2009. U.S. Airways Flight 1549 departs New York's LaGuardia Airport. There are 150 passengers on board, bound for Charlotte, North Carolina.
The aircraft took off uneventfully, and very shortly after takeoff, they lost all engines as a result of birds.
I caught something out of the corner of my eye. And
Oh, it was a bird strike.
Just flying into the engines.
Yeah. It's a that's where you see the. I don't know if you've noticed that. Ever spotted them at the airport? They have like marshals that sort of like drive round and like play like loud noises of like is it geese or something like that to try and get rid of all smaller birds off.
Oh, really?
And sometimes they fire a gun and to shoot them off as well, sort of thing, when these big flocks.
slightly to our right, but still ahead of us, was a line of birds. And they were very, very close, too close for us to maneuver around.
Whoa! After quickly assessing the situation, Captain Sully Sullenberger and First Officer Jeffrey Skiles realized that without engine power, they're not going to make it to any nearby airport.
We're going to be in the Hudson. Brace for impact.
You need to be aware of your brace position. In many, many accidents, the cabin crew are trying desperately to get the passengers into the brace position, but because the passengers haven't read the safety features card, they don't know what that means.
Get your heads down and stay down!
Proper brace position is knees together, feet flat on the floor, body bent as far forward as possible, with arms wrapped under the legs or braced against the seat in front of you.
Your body's going to be thrown forward, so if you can get yourself into that position beforehand, the amount of movement back and forth is going to be reduced and the level of injury will be less.
Can you imagine that?
In the cabin, the passengers prepare for the inevitable.
All the passengers really started kind of pulling together, and somebody yelled out as we were going down,
"Be ready at the doors!"
The folks at the door says, "We're ready."
Clay Presley does what all passengers should. He stays calm and tries to think ahead.
So I started thinking about, if we're going to crash, I know I need to figure out where the exit rows are. If the water comes in, you need to be able to hold your breath long enough to get to those 4 or 5 rows and get the doors open if you can.
But before anyone can escape, they must first survive a high-speed impact.
Looked like the airplane was going right for the bottom of the Hudson River. Then the airplane popped up, and it was just sort of gently rocking in the waves.
In an instant, the $75 million plane has become an unlikely boat floating down the Hudson River. It's now filling with freezing water.
That water was cold. It was very cold, so your feet are freezing.
You land in the Hudson.
I was going to say, I don't know what month it was in. Did it say?
That's kind of what you don't think about as well, really, isn't it?
No, I think at the start of the video it said what month it was. It was 2009, wasn't it? It said, I don't know if it was, did it say January 2009?
I can't remember what month it said.
It's but you think if it's a winter month, it's going to be ice cold.
Yeah, that's going to take your breath away.
In the middle of the winter, the water is going to be very cold, and you're going to suffer from hypothermia very quickly. Their feet and their hands will get numb. They're going to be useless.
Passengers nearest the exits open the doors.
I just jumped up very quickly and started making my way to the emergency door. And so I worked my way out onto the wing, just a few steps to start with.
Fortunately, they had slide rafts rather than just slides, so what they were able to do was evacuate passengers into the slide rafts.
In the end, all 150 passengers and the entire crew of Flight 1549 are brought to safety. Another example of how serious aviation accidents often end well.
Short.
Do you reckon they'd go back to the airport and try and get on another flight to North Carolina or wherever it was?
I don't think so.
I think you'd have to have a day of sort of like recovery a little bit, sort of like get your head around it a little bit. What's just happened? Because it's near-death experience, isn't it?
I was going to say, I think the adrenaline will have kicked in, and that's how a lot of them would have like lived.
Yeah, I think it's fortunately no one was even injured. I don't think
It's mad how it didn't sink.
I know.
Yeah, I know. But when you look at it, I mean, what a hero number one the pilot was, the first officer, and then even the people, so like gathering people to get them out onto the wings, and sort of like to have the balls to go out and walk on the wing. You know what I mean? It's would have been a proper twitchy bum day, that I'm telling you. All right.
Yeah.
Very close. Enjoyed it though, right?
Yeah.
It's always good. Videos like that way. It's for me, it's like real life
life,
hero.
yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.